Daily Horoscope Analysis for Aries, May 27th, 2025 General Energy. As the Sun continues its journey through versatile Gemini, you're entering a phase of heightened mental activity and curiosity today, dear Aries. May 27th brings a fascinating blend of energies that stir your pioneering spirit while challenging you to think before leaping. The cosmic weather creates an interesting dynamic where your natural fire meets Gemini's intellectual air, potentially generating brilliant ideas, but also a touch of restlessness. The morning hours might feel particularly charged, with Mars, your ruling planet, forming a somewhat tense aspect with Saturn. This planetary conversation asks you to balance your instinctive desire for immediate action with more strategic thinking. You may feel like a racehorse at the starting gate, eager to charge forward while the universe is suggesting you review your route first. By midday, the moon's position creates a supportive flow with your sign, helping you navigate any early frustrations with greater emotional intelligence. This lunar influence brings a more intuitive approach to your typically direct manner, allowing you to read between the lines in both professional and personal interactions. Love and relationships in matters of the heart today presents a fascinating landscape for exploration. For Aries in committed relationships, communication takes center stage, though with an interesting twist. You might find yourself more verbally expressive about your desires and expectations, which could initially surprise your partner. This directness isn't about creating conflict, but rather clearing the air of unspoken tensions that have been lingering beneath the surface. The Gemini influence encourages dialogue, but be mindful not to overwhelm others with the sheer force of your convictions. There's a delicate balance between healthy assertion and dominating the conversation. The evening hours bring a softening influence that's particularly conducive to reconciliation if any misunderstandings arise earlier in the day. For single Aries, this Tuesday carries potential for intellectually stimulating encounters, possibly in educational settings, during commutes, or through social media platforms. Your natural charisma is amplified today, making you particularly noticeable to those who appreciate authentic self-expression. Look for connections that stimulate your mind as much as they quicken your pulse. The most promising romantic prospects today will be those who can match your mental energy and engage in spirited debate without taking disagreements personally. A Venus-Mercury aspect suggests that how you communicate your feelings will be more important than what you actually say. Your body language and tone will speak volumes, so maintain awareness of these subtler forms of expression, especially when meeting someone new who intrigues you. Career and finances professionally, May 27th offers significant opportunities for demonstration of leadership and initiative. Colleagues and supervisors are likely to be more receptive to your ideas today, particularly if you present them with both passion and practical implementation strategies. The Gemini Sun enhances your already considerable persuasive abilities, making this an excellent day for presentations, pitches, or negotiations where you need to win others to your viewpoint. Financially, there's an interesting duality present. On one hand, you might notice unexpected expenses arising that require immediate attention, perhaps related to communication devices or transportation. On the other hand, there are indications of potential new income streams developing, particularly through networking connections or skills you've previously undervalued. A notable Mercury-Jupiter aspect suggests that educational pursuits or skills development could directly impact your earning potential in the coming months. Consider what knowledge gaps might be holding you back professionally, and begin researching courses, mentors, or resources that could help you address these limitations. What seems like a modest investment in yourself now could yield substantial returns by the year's end. Be cautious with impulsive financial decisions today, particularly involving joint ventures or shared resources. The day's energy supports thorough research rather than spontaneous commitments where money is concerned. Take time to read the fine print on any contracts or agreements crossing your desk. Health and well-being physically, your energy levels are running higher than usual today, which is saying something for naturally vigorous Aries. This increased vitality is a gift, but it comes with responsibility. Without proper channels for expression, this intensified energy could manifest as restlessness, irritability, or even headaches, a particular vulnerability for your sign. Athletic pursuits that combine mental strategy with physical exertion would be particularly beneficial today. Consider activities like martial arts, competitive sports, or interval training that require both mental focus and physical power. The key is finding balance between exertion and recovery, pushing yourself without depleting your resources completely. Nutritionally, your system might benefit from foods that support healthy brain function while helping to modulate your fire element. Consider incorporating more omega-rich foods like walnuts, flax seeds, and wild-caught fish, along with cooling, hydrating fruits and vegetables to balance your natural heat. Mental health deserves special attention under today's cosmic weather. The combination of Mars-Saturn tension could trigger frustration if you feel restricted or delayed in your pursuits. Mindfulness practices would be particularly beneficial, especially brief meditation sessions that help you recognize when you're reacting impulsively rather than responding thoughtfully. Remember that your greatest power lies not in immediate reaction, but in conscious response. Personal growth today presents a fascinating opportunity for spiritual and personal development, dear Aries. The current celestial configuration is activating your house of communication and learning, suggesting that significant insights may come through conversations, books, or educational pursuits that you might ordinarily overlook. There's a subtle but important invitation to examine how your communication style affects your relationships and opportunities. As the zodiac's first sign, you naturally lead with direct expression, which is often refreshing but can sometimes come across as abrupt to more sensitive types. Today's energy supports becoming more conscious of your impact without diluting your authentic self-expression. An interesting aspect between Neptune and your ruling planet, Mars, suggests that your intuition is heightened, particularly regarding people's hidden motivations. You might find yourself picking up on subtle cues that normally escape your notice. Trust these impressions, especially in professional settings where office politics might be at play beneath surface interactions. The day also carries potential for releasing old anger or resentment that has been limiting your forward movement. A situation that previously triggered your temper might suddenly appear in a new light, allowing you to respond with greater wisdom and less reactivity. This represents significant evolution of your Aries fire, from uncontrolled flame to focused laser. Cosmically significant moments pay particular attention to conversations or insights that occur around 11:15 a.m., when the moon forms a harmonious trine to Mercury. This cosmic moment creates a window where intuition and logic work together seamlessly, potentially delivering solutions to problems that have seemed unsolvable through rational means alone. The evening hours between 6:30 p.m. and 8:45 p.m. mark another significant period, as Mars forms its exact aspect with Saturn. This might manifest as a moment of clarity regarding how to structure your abundant energy more effectively. A constraint that previously felt limiting might suddenly be recognized as the very framework that allows your creativity to flourish most powerfully. Navigational advice to make the most of May 27th's complex energy landscape. Consider implementing these strategic approaches. Start your day with intention rather than immediate action. Take 5 minutes for conscious breathing and visualization of your desired outcomes before leaping into your task list. This brief pause will actually accelerate your progress by ensuring your considerable energy is properly directed. Be especially mindful of your communication style in professional settings. Your natural confidence is an asset, but today it benefits from being tempered with strategic listening. Make a conscious effort to ask at least 2 questions before sharing your perspective in meetings or important conversations. Channel physical energy constructively throughout the day rather than allowing it to accumulate. Even brief periods of movement, a quick set of push-ups, A brisk walk around the block or stretching exercises can help maintain your emotional equilibrium and mental clarity. When faced with obstacles or delays, practice reframing them as opportunities to refine your approach rather than mere frustrations. This cognitive shift aligns perfectly with today's Mars-Saturn dialogue and transforms potential irritation into productive problem-solving. Conclusion: May 27, 2025, presents Aries natives with a day of dynamic potential that touches every life domain. While challenges may arise, particularly around patience and communication, the overall cosmic weather supports tremendous growth if you approach it with awareness and strategic thinking. Your natural courage and initiative are precisely what's needed today, both for your personal evolution and for inspiring others who may be hesitating when action is required. By balancing your inherent fire with thoughtful consideration, you'll not only navigate this day successfully, but set foundations for significant achievements in the coming lunar cycle. Remember that, as the zodiac's pioneer, you're naturally equipped to handle today's complex energies. Your willingness to go first, to break new ground, and to face challenges directly gives you a distinct advantage. Trust yourself, harness your considerable gifts, and watch how seemingly ordinary interactions transform into stepping stones toward your most authentic self-expression. This is a day to both honor your Aries essence and refine how you channel it in the world. The universe isn't asking you to be any less powerful, merely more conscious of how you direct that power for greatest impact and fulfillment. The planetary alignments for Aries on May 27, 2025, reveal a fascinating cosmic landscape influencing your energy and opportunities today. With the Sun firmly positioned in Gemini, you're experiencing an intellectual awakening in your third house of communication and short-distance travel. This placement is stimulating your natural curiosity and encouraging you to pursue multiple interests simultaneously. The Sun's trine to your ruling planet, Mars, creates a harmony between your actions and self-expression, giving you an edge in persuasive communications today. The Moon transitions through Capricorn in your 10th house of career and public standing, bringing emotional focus to professional matters and your reputation. You may feel a stronger need for recognition and achievement than usual, with emotions tied closely to your sense of accomplishment. Mercury, positioned in Gemini alongside the Sun, amplifies your already quick thinking and verbal abilities. This double Gemini influence makes today particularly favorable for presentations, important discussions, or crafting persuasive arguments. Your words carry extra weight and clarity today. Venus in Cáncer moves through your 4th house of home and family, softening your typically direct approach and drawing your attention to domestic matters. This placement suggests finding comfort in familiar surroundings and potentially beautifying your living space. Mars, your ruling planet, currently traverses through Libra in your 7th house of partnerships. This creates an interesting dynamic where your typically independent energy is channeled into relationship matters. You might find yourself being more diplomatic than usual, but also potentially frustrated if decisions require too much compromise. Jupiter in Virgo occupies your 6th house of daily work and health routines, expanding opportunities in these areas. The beneficial aspect between Jupiter and the Sun today suggests that improvements to your daily schedule or work environment could have surprisingly positive effects on your overall well-being. Saturn in Pisces continues its journey through your 12th house of the subconscious and hidden matters. This long-term transit is asking you to address any lingering fears or self-limiting behaviors, particularly those related to spiritual growth or past experiences. Today's square between Saturn and the Moon might make emotional vulnerability feel threatening. Uranus in Gemini forms a conjunction with Mercury, bringing unexpected insights and possibly surprising news or ideas that spark your interest. This electric energy can lead to brilliant solutions if you remain open to unconventional approaches. Neptune in Aries, a once-in-a-lifetime placement in your own sign, continues to dissolve old identity structures while inspiring creative new visions of yourself. Today, Neptune forms a harmonious sextile with Venus, enhancing your intuitive connection to loved ones and creative inspirations. Pluto, retrograde in Aquarius in your 11th house, is subtly transforming your social networks and long-term aspirations. Pay attention to power dynamics in groups today, as they may reveal deeper truths about your place within collective endeavors. The North Node in Scorpio points toward transformation through shared resources and deep emotional connections, suggesting your growth path involves becoming comfortable with vulnerability and interdependence. Today's planetary nodes create a portal for understanding how past patterns affect present relationships. Most significantly for Aries today, the Mars-Venus square creates tension between your partnership needs and home life. This aspect challenges you to find balance between personal independence and the compromises necessary in close relationships. Take note of Chiron in Aries forming a conjunction with Neptune. This rare alignment in your sign speaks to healing core wounds related to identity and self-expression through spiritual awareness and creative pursuits. The astral weather today suggests Aries would benefit from channeling their trademark, initiative, into communication projects, while remaining mindful of how their words impact others. The lunar phase, waning crescent, supports releasing outdated beliefs about your professional path before next week's new moon brings fresh opportunities. As May 27, 2025 unfolds for you, Aries, your communication sphere undergoes significant transformation. Mercury forms a trine with your ruling planet Mars, creating an exceptional day for expressing your boldest ideas. This planetary alignment gives your words extra firepower and precision when you speak. Others will truly listen. The Gemini sun illuminates your third house of communication, doubling down on your verbal prowess and enhancing your ability to articulate complex thoughts with remarkable clarity. There's a quickening of your mental processes today, allowing you to respond rapidly in conversations and negotiations. This isn't just about being quick-witted, it's about channeling your natural Aries confidence into your words without coming across as domineering. Venus in your communication sector adds a layer of charm to your expression, softening your typically direct approach. People will find themselves drawn to your ideas, even if they initially disagree with your perspective. This is particularly valuable in professional settings where persuasion matters more than force. The moon in Libra creates an interesting dynamic with your sign, suggesting that partnerships and one-on-one conversations will be particularly fruitful today. You'll find yourself unusually receptive to others' viewpoints, which strengthens rather than diminishes your position. Jupiter's expanding influence touches your communication style, helping you see the bigger picture in discussions that might otherwise become too focused on immediate details. This expansive energy allows you to connect seemingly unrelated concepts in ways that impress colleagues and friends alike. Watch for a subtle square between Mercury and Neptune around midday, which could temporarily cloud your otherwise clear thinking. During this brief window, double-check important communications and avoid finalizing significant agreements if possible. Your throat chakra is particularly activated today, making this an excellent time for public speaking, presentations, or simply voicing opinions you've kept to yourself. Those with Aries placements in the 3rd or 9th houses will feel this communicative power most intensely. Digital communications receive a boost as well. Your social media posts, emails, and text messages are likely to generate more engagement than usual. Your words carry particular weight with authority figures today, so if you've been waiting to pitch an idea to a superior, this planetary alignment offers strong support. A word of caution: with Mars energizing your expression, be mindful of coming across as too aggressive in casual conversations. The line between assertive and domineering becomes thin when your ruling planet amplifies your already direct communication style. For Aries who work in creative fields, this day brings a remarkable flow of expressive ideas. Writers, speakers, and content creators will find themselves channeling powerful narratives with minimal effort. Even typically reserved Aries individuals will feel more verbally liberated today. Something about this alignment unlocks doors in your mind that normally remain closed. When communicating with family members, you'll notice an ability to address long-standing issues with both honesty and tact. This isn't always your strength, Aries, but today's celestial configuration supports healing conversations. Students with Aries placements will absorb and articulate information with unusual efficiency. Studying and presenting material becomes nearly effortless under this influence. Pay attention to sudden insights that come through conversation today, as Mercury's position suggests that casual exchanges could trigger important realizations about your personal or professional direction. The second half of the day favors written communication over verbal exchanges, so consider shifting important work accordingly. Your natural Aries impatience may be tempered today when it comes to expression. You'll find yourself more willing to listen fully before formulating your response, leading to richer, more productive dialogues. This is an excellent day for negotiation of any kind, as your communication carries both conviction and flexibility, a rare and powerful combination for getting what you want while maintaining positive relationships. May 27, 2025 presents Aries with a particularly intriguing financial landscape as Mars, your ruling planet, forms a productive trine with Jupiter in your money sector. This powerful alignment opens unexpected doors for financial growth that weren't visible even a week ago. The cosmic energy today supports bold moves with calculated risks, something that plays to your natural Aries strengths. You'll find yourself unusually perceptive about investment opportunities, particularly those related to technology or communication platforms. Venus, positioned in your resource sector, enhances your ability to attract money, but be mindful that it's forming a challenging square with Saturn, suggesting that instant gratification should be balanced with long-term planning. The day's energy is particularly favorable for negotiating raises, pitching to investors, or launching entrepreneurial ventures between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. when the moon aligns perfectly with your financial houses. An unexpected message around midday could contain valuable financial information. Pay close attention to casual conversations, as they may hold monetary clues. Your financial intuition is heightened today, allowing you to sense which opportunities have substance versus those that merely glitter on the surface. The presence of Mercury in your communication sector supports articulating your financial goals clearly, making this an excellent day for meeting with financial advisors or discussing money matters with business partners. Be particularly attentive to recurring patterns in your spending habits, as the North Node in your value sector is highlighting lessons about resource management that will benefit you for years to come. A surprising connection between Uranus and your career house suggests that an unplanned professional interaction could lead to financial gains in the coming weeks. Remain open to last-minute meetings or calls. Today's planetary positions particularly favor Aries entrepreneurs who've been waiting for the right moment to launch new products or services. For employed Rams, a project you've been championing might finally receive the funding it needs. The day carries a strong potential for discovering new revenue streams, particularly those that leverage your natural leadership abilities and innovative thinking. While impulsiveness is often your financial downfall, today Jupiter's expansive energy is actually supporting your quick decision-making, provided you've done proper research beforehand. Financial documents signed today carry particularly favorable energy, though ensure you read all fine print with Mercury's current positioning. Your financial breakthrough today likely comes from thinking differently about a resource you already possess, rather than acquiring something new. Consider how your existing skills, connections, or assets might be repurposed for greater profitability. The final hours of the day bring a harmonious aspect between the Moon and Venus, making evening excellent for networking events that could later translate to financial opportunities. Trust your instincts around 7 p.m. when an unconventional proposal might actually contain significant profit potential. Overall, May 27 offers Aries a rare confluence of energies supporting financial growth, risk-taking backed by wisdom, and the perfect balance of assertiveness and patience needed to advance your material prosperity. May 27, 2025 brings exceptional opportunities for Aries in several key areas of life. With Neptune continuing its transformative journey through your sign, your intuitive abilities are significantly heightened today. This cosmic alignment creates particularly fortunate circumstances in areas requiring creative vision and spiritual connection. Your imagination flows freely, making this an excellent day for artistic pursuits, meditation practices, or exploring your deeper purpose. The Neptune influence opens doorways to realms beyond the ordinary, allowing you to access insights that normally remain hidden. Trust those gut feelings, they're cosmically enhanced today. Jupiter's position in Gemini forms a beneficial sextile to your sign, expanding fortunate circumstances in communication, learning, and connection with siblings or neighbors. This alignment creates fertile ground for initiating conversations that could lead to valuable opportunities. Short trips taken today may lead to unexpected but positive encounters or discoveries. The universe is particularly supportive of knowledge acquisition, whether through formal education, independent study, or meaningful discussions. With Mars in Leo, creating a harmonious trine to your sign, physical activities become another realm of good fortune. Your energy levels are robust, and activities requiring courage, leadership, or physical prowess are especially favored. Competitive situations tend to work in your favor today, making it an excellent time for sports, fitness challenges, or situations requiring assertive action. The Sun in Gemini illuminates your third house of communication, further emphasizing that your words carry particular power today. Public speaking, important discussions, negotiation, and written expression all receive cosmic support. Pay attention to information received today. Messages, emails, or conversations may contain valuable clues or opportunities. Your mental agility is enhanced, making problem-solving another fortunate area. Financial matters also receive positive aspects today, particularly regarding short-term investments, communications-related purchases, or negotiations about money. The day's energy supports making quick, informed decisions that can lead to material gains. Partnerships and relationships with siblings or neighbors are especially blessed today. Difficult conversations in these relationships will find easier resolution, and new connections formed carry positive, long-term potential. For Aries looking to expand their network or strengthen local connections, the cosmic forces are perfectly aligned. To maximize these fortunate areas, remain flexible and open to unexpected opportunities, especially those that arrive through conversation or written communication. Follow intuitive nudges regarding creative projects or spiritual practices. Take initiative in physical activities and competitive situations. Express yourself boldly but thoughtfully, knowing your words carry extra influence today. Above all, recognize that today's good fortune comes through connection, communication, and following the spark of inspiration that guides you toward new experiences and knowledge. As May 27, 2025 unfolds for Aries natives, your social landscape experiences a profound shift. With the Sun firmly established in Gemini, illuminating your third house of communication and local connections, your natural charisma is amplified, making this an exceptional day for networking and strengthening bonds with those in your immediate environment. The Gemini influence brings a dual energy to your interactions. You'll find yourself both speaking and listening with unusual attentiveness, creating balanced exchanges that others find refreshing compared to your typically more assertive communication style. Mars, your ruling planet, forms a stimulating trine with Jupiter in Libra on this day, expanding your social horizons and potentially bringing influential people into your orbit. This planetary alignment creates a magnetic quality to your personality that draws others toward your passionate energy. However, this isn't just about popularity. there's potential for meaningful connections that could develop into important alliances in the future. The moon in Scorpio today casts an emotionally intense shadow over your social interactions. You may find yourself craving deeper, more authentic connections rather than surface-level small talk. This placement encourages you to be vulnerable in your connections, revealing parts of yourself that you typically keep guarded. While this might feel uncomfortable initially, it creates the foundation for more meaningful relationships. Venus in Cáncer occupies your fourth house of home and family, suggesting that social gatherings in intimate settings will be particularly rewarding today. Consider hosting a small get-together at your home rather than attending large events. The nurturing energy of Cáncer helps you create a safe space where genuine connections can flourish. Mercury, currently direct in Taurus, steadies your communication and helps you express your thoughts with unusual consistency and reliability. Today, your words carry weight and others will notice your thoughtfulness. This placement helps temper your typical Aries impulsivity in conversation, allowing you to build trust through measured communication. Uranus, also in Taurus, creates an unexpected element to your social interactions. A surprise encounter with someone from your past could reignite an important connection. Alternatively, you might find yourself drawn to unconventional social circles or individuals who challenge your usual preferences in companionship. Embrace these unexpected social developments as they're aligned with your growth path. Saturn in Pisces in your 12th house suggests some caution is needed regarding social boundaries. You may feel tempted to overextend yourself socially or take on others' emotional burdens. Remember that being a good friend doesn't mean sacrificing your own emotional well-being. Learning to maintain healthy boundaries will actually strengthen your relationships rather than hinder them. Neptune's influence today adds a layer of intuition to your social perceptions. You'll likely find yourself picking up on unspoken cues and understanding others' motivations with unusual clarity. Trust your instincts about new acquaintances. Your intuition is particularly sharp when it comes to discerning genuine connections from superficial ones. Pluto's transformative energy affects your relationship with social groups and organizations. You may feel compelled to reassess your involvement with certain communities or friend circles. This is a good day to consider which social connections truly align with your evolved self and which ones you may have outgrown. The North Node position encourages you to step outside your comfort zone socially. For Aries, this often means practicing patience in conversation and resisting the urge to dominate social situations. When you allow others to shine and truly listen to their perspectives, you'll discover new dimensions to existing relationships. A particularly noteworthy aspect today is the sextile between Venus and Jupiter, creating a harmonious environment for reconciliations. If there's been tension with a friend or colleague, this is an excellent day to extend an olive branch. Your efforts at making peace will be well received and could lead to even stronger bonds than before. For Aries in romantic relationships, today's energy supports deepening your social connections as a couple. Joint activities with other couples or friends can strengthen your primary relationship while expanding your social circle. Single Aries might find that friendship provides the foundation for something more. Keep an eye out for romantic potential within your existing social network. Professional connections also benefit from today's astral weather. Networking doesn't feel forced, but flows naturally as your authentic enthusiasm draws colleagues and potential collaborators toward you. A conversation that begins casually could lead to important professional opportunities, so remain open to seeing social connections through a strategic lens as well. Digital connections receive a boost today, with Mercury forming a favorable aspect to Uranus. Social media interactions, video calls with distant friends, or online community engagement could prove particularly fulfilling. Your digital presence carries extra impact, making this a good day to reach out to your online network or share meaningful content. For those Aries who have been feeling socially isolated, today's planetary alignment offers a gentle nudge to reconnect. The energy supports breaking patterns of withdrawal, and you'll likely find that others are more receptive to your overtures than anticipated. Even small steps toward social re-engagement will be met with positive responses. Children and younger individuals play a significant role in your social sphere today. If you have children, their friends or activities might introduce you to valuable new connections. Even without children, you might find mentor-like relationships particularly rewarding now, as sharing your wisdom with younger generations activates a fulfilling social dynamic. Physical activity shared with others strengthens bonds today. Your natural Aries love of movement and competition can be channeled into social sports, group fitness, or outdoor adventures with friends. These shared experiences create memories and inside jokes that cement relationships beyond just conversation. Nutritionally, today's social energy might involve shared meals or gatherings around food. Be mindful of your typical Aries tendency to rush through experiences, slow down, and savor both the culinary offerings and the company. Breaking bread together remains one of the most fundamental ways humans connect, and today's energy particularly supports this ancient form of bonding. A word of caution regarding social media. With Neptune's influence, there's potential for misunderstandings in digital communication. Take extra care with how you phrase messages, and when in doubt, opt for video calls over text to ensure your intentions come across clearly. Your natural Aries directness can sometimes read as harshness in written form. As the day progresses, the moon's transition creates a shift in your social energy. Early hours favor one-on-one deep conversations, while evening aspects support larger gatherings where you can showcase your natural leadership and enthusiasm. Being adaptable to these changing energies allows you to make the most of different social opportunities throughout the day. As an Aries on May 27, 2025, you're experiencing a fascinating planetary setup that calls for strategic action rather than your usual impulsive approach. With Mars, your ruling planet, forming a tense square with Saturn in Pisces, you may feel your energy somewhat restricted or your initiatives meeting unexpected obstacles. This isn't the universe working against you, but rather asking you to refine your methods. The key advice today is to slow down and thoroughly examine your plans before charging ahead. The moon in Virgo is highlighting details you might typically overlook, making this an excellent day for precision work rather than broad new beginnings. Pay particular attention to communications, as Mercury in Gemini is enhancing your verbal abilities, but could also lead to scattered thinking if you don't maintain focus. When addressing colleagues or loved ones, take an extra moment to organize your thoughts before speaking. Venus is forming a supportive trine to your sign, suggesting that diplomacy will serve you better than directness today. In your professional sphere, the planetary positions suggest this is an opportune day to revisit and refine existing projects rather than launching new ones. Take time to tie up loose ends and perfect ongoing work. Jupiter's influence is bringing opportunities for learning, so remain open to advice from unexpected sources, particularly from quieter, more methodical individuals whose approach typically differs from your own. Physically, with Neptune's aspect, you might notice your energy fluctuating throughout the day. Plan accordingly by scheduling your most demanding tasks during your natural energy peaks in the morning hours. This evening, Neptune's influence increases, making it ideal for creative visualization or meditation on your goals rather than continued practical action. The North Node position suggests that embracing patience today plants seeds for significant future growth, especially in career